Hey y'all, former plant killer here, Jessie with Living on a Prairie Flower Farm, and in today's video, we are talking about the cost of flower farming, or more specifically, my cost of flower farming through my first year. Let's get into it. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name's Jessie, and well, I'm a former plant killer located in Zone 8B, Ruston, Louisiana. I grow flowers for my farmer's market, and I just completed my first year of flower farming, getting ready to go into year 2 of flower farming. And on this channel, I share everything that I learn with you and share the ups and downs of my journey. So I hope that you'll stick with me through this. Today we are talking about the cost of flower farming, how much I spent this year, and what I brought in this year. So before we get into the numbers, I do want to tell you some things. So first off, flower farming can be very expensive. It can also be done very cheap. It really just depends on what you want to invest and what you're willing to do. You could spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on equipment, structures, plants, seeds, all sorts of things. You could easily spend so much money. Or you may have great soil, stick with direct seeding only, have a small farm, and spend a couple of $100s. It really depends on what works for you. So my number, don't let it scare you. You don't have to spend that much on flower farming to get started. You really don't. I made some mistakes along the way, and I'm going to tell you what I did, how I made those mistakes so you don't make them too and have to spend nearly as much money as I did. I hope to save you some money. All right, y'all, I'm interrupting this video just to tell you I did have an opening skit for this video, but it was so cringe-worthy. I didn't want to put it at the very beginning of the video and chance people immediately clicking off if they'd never seen my videos before. So if you'd like a good laugh, be sure to stick around the end to see my Making That Flower Farm Dream Money music video. Enjoy. So let's get into the numbers. So the first thing I want to talk about is seeds. I spent $2,000 roughly on seeds. This does not include bulbs, just seeds for my first year of flower farming, guys. That is ridiculous. Oh my goodness, it's so ridiculous. That also includes seeds I did buy for this upcoming season, so that makes me feel a little bit better, except I only spent about $300 on the seeds for this upcoming season, which meant I spent about $1,700 for seeds overall on my first year. Why is that a mistake? You should not be spending thousands of dollars on seeds unless you are an experienced grower and extremely confident that you can sell all those flowers. If you are just starting out, you need to start out small. And I did start out good for my size, I think. However, I got wrapped up in buying all the seeds. Ooh, seeds. Ooh, catalog. Ooh, look what Serena at You Can't Eat the Grass bought. Ooh, look what Nicole at Flower Hill Farm bought. Oh my God, did you see Garden Answer seed haul? It got me. It got me good. After I placed my first initial orders, I then watched other YouTubers in their seed hauls, and I got sucked in. So then I bought more seeds. So that seed cost also includes the cost of shipping those seeds. When you're ordering over and over again, that's a lot of shipping, guys. Don't make the mistake of buying all the seeds. Admittedly, I thought I was done for the season. And dang it, Nicole at Flower Hill Farm made me go and buy Irish Eyes, Rebecca, and a few other flowers. Oh my gosh, do as I say, don't do as I do. Let's get to the bulbs. I spent $4,886.90 in bulbs in 2021. Now, that does include bulbs that I ordered for this upcoming spring. So all my fall planted bulbs are included in that. And about $3,000 were my fall bulb order. So $2,000 in bulbs that actually planted and grew for the 2021 season, and about $3,000 for this upcoming season, the 2022 season. So that's not too bad in my opinion. I had to learn a lot. One of the mistakes I would say is I didn't know where to buy wholesale at, and that was a big mistake. So if you're new to the game, if you have a business license, go ahead and find out those wholesale places to buy from. Buy from ADR Bulb, buy from Ball Seed Company, or find those Facebook groups. Wholesale for the Small Scale Grower is a great Facebook group. Those are great places to buy your bulbs wholesale. I was buying them for the most part retail, and that's where a lot of my prices came from last year. And tulips sold very well. Only had about 700 tulips and they sold like hotcakes, guys. So this year I ordered 4,000. Woo! So I should easily recoup the bulb money, and I have to keep in mind that I have to not only pay myself back for ordering those bulbs, but I also have to go and put some of that money to the side to pay for 2023 bulb order. So bulbs, $5,000, seeds, $2,000. We're already at $7,000, guys. But once again, you can start out small and not have to spend this much money. Let's talk about our soil amendments. I have red clay soil. I did a soil test. I was told what needed to go in it, and the soil test, it was free to pick up from my local extension office, and it cost me about 40 bucks to send off 3 samples. And I amended with a lot of peat moss, a lot of black cow compost, which was bought by the bag, and then I finally this year ordered a dump truck load of compost, which was a horror story, but I ordered it, and that is for spring 2022 flowers, so that was a great thing. And I spent about $2,000 in just soil amendments, and that also includes synthetic fertilizer. I'm going to be spending another $600 in compost in March to spread in my sunflower area where I'm putting them, and then I'll probably have to spend another $1,000 in the fall for the end of the season. So $2,000 is what I've spent in 2022 in soil amendments alone. For pest control and resources, so I had to buy books, I had to buy deer spray deterrent at the time, and neem oil, things like that. I spent $300, which isn't too bad in my opinion. Fees. I had to pay fees this year. I had to pay a vendor fee for each time I was at my market. I had to pay a fee for a retail florist license exam, not once but twice because I failed the first time. I had to pay for my retail florist permit in order to sell flowers legally in my state, and I had to buy a nursery certificate to be able to sell at a farmer's market along with their yearly vending fee. I spent $858 in fees total this year to sell flowers. Market supplies, so farming market supplies. I had to buy tablecloth, tables, a canopy, craft paper, staples. You get the picture, right? I spent $500 on market supplies, my banner, business cards, which still isn't too bad for me for everything I had to buy. And these are things that I don't necessarily have to buy again. I've got it now. The only thing I really have to buy again for my market supplies are rubber bands, craft paper for my bouquets, and staples. I did have to buy another hole puncher because I broke the other one. But for the most part, my expenses for 2022 should be a whole lot less. I don't have to buy tablecloths and tables this year. So at this point, I'm at about $12,000 or so that I've spent, and I haven't even gotten into equipment. And equipment is a big category. Oh my goodness. Okay, so in equipment, we're talking landscape fabric, we're talking bird netting, we're talking plastic to kill the grass, we're talking a tiller, we're talking seed starting supplies, light setup, things like that. Are you ready? Kind of hurts my heart to talk about it. $7,000 in equipment. Now, once again, you don't have to spend that much to start up, but I bought a brand new tiller for $1,000. I bought a new lighting system for a little over $1,000. I bought a ton of seed trays and domes, plug trays, a lot of seed starting equipment. You could go to the dollar store and buy some baking pans with a plastic lid and grow seeds in there. I've done it. You don't have to spend that much money. I also over-ordered on my Knowles order. I ordered 6 rolls of landscape fabric when I only probably could have used 2 for this year. I over-ordered on frost cloth and drip tape irrigation. I over-ordered, but I have enough to last me for the next like 3 years. So, and I don't have to buy another, well, I need to buy another light system, but I don't have to buy another light system. So even though it costs a lot, it's an investment in my farm, and the flowers should help pay for it over time. So total this year, I spent almost $20,000 on the farm. That doesn't include my YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel, well, we'll get into a different conversation. If you want to hear about it, let me know down the bottom. So that's how much I spent, almost $20,000. So I must have made a lot of money, right? I mean, I had all these seeds and everything else. Well, I didn't even plant all the seeds I had. Some of them didn't even germinate. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just buying seeds and not really thinking through things. But I did make some money. I actually brought in, get my piece of paper. I was not able to start selling flowers until the end of May because that's how long it took me to get my retail florist license. But in May, I made $251. In June, I made $1,689. July, $824. August, $720 for a total of $3,484. Yay! Now, after taxes and credit card fees, that brought my total down to $3,190.32. So I made just over $3,000, which for my first year, I think that's pretty good. So if you take what I made away from what I spent, I'm in the hole like 16, 17 grand. Yeah, where's all my money? I put it in the farm. You know, I made $3,000, and what I was doing was a lot of it was me driving to people, delivering bouquets during my lunch break, before work, after work. I was doing the farmer's market. I was hustling to make that money. This year, I am not planning on hustling as much. I am hoping to get some florists on board with me. I have been talking to 2 florists who are both very interested. They've both heard about my flowers from their customers, which is a big compliment. So I'm excited to see if we can work something out together. I am scared that I have such volume this year that I may not have enough people to support me at the market as I continue to grow. We'll find out.
I'm making money, that flower farm green money. I'm making money, that flower farm green money. Mom's making money, that flower farm green money. Mom's making money, that flower farm green money.
Flower farm green.
Are you dreaming?
I was dreaming about making money on my flower farm.
One day. But
One
for
day.
now, keep dreaming.
That flower farm dream money. Where's the money?
Play our practicing again.
Keep singing. Sing it one more
Mom's
time.
making money, that flower farm green money. Mom's making money, that flower.
And you see, Costly, you helping me with the test shot. Yes. She's a good flower farm puppy. I just thought she was about to take out my camera.